Chili season is here, and I can tell you, stick around if you want some of the best white bean chicken chili you've ever had, because this here is bringing a little heat. All right, guys, the first thing we want to do to our whole chicken, I'm going to spatchcock it. I've got it out of the package. I've got it dried off. You want to be sure that you remove the neck, the giblets, and all that stuff in here before you go to trimming it. Now, cutting open a whole chicken is not that hard. You got the backbone on the back here. I'm going to follow both sides here, just down with my knife, kind of make some score marks, right? Now, usually I'd crush through this with a knife and all that, right? But I want to be able to show you kind of what I'm doing. So if you get on each side of the breast here, you kind of pick up and go in. You're going to follow down the breast, down the thigh, and you're just going to stay on that rib cage all the way down. Now, I'm going to come right here, do the same thing. Now you kind of see how that starts opening up like this, and I was following that rib cage. Now it's a little bit bigger of a joint right here. I'm going to rip through it with a knife, and what I do is this. Kind of cut it just like that. Now the backbone's out. You can reserve this for stock or throw it away. Today, since we're smoking, I'm throwing it away. Now you want to take your breastbone here once it's flipped out, and I'm going to make just a little bitty cut in it here. And when you do that, you can take, kind of mash it down. Now we're all flat. Now the reason for spatchcocking this bird, it makes it cook faster, and it also is going to make it cook more even, the dark meat to the white meat. So let's get this glove off here, and I'm going to turn this bird over. Now I probably need to grab a paper towel and kind of get any other things off of it, some of the liver and stuff like that was left in there just a tad. I'm going to get that off, bust it with a little bit of avocado oil, and then get ready to season it up. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is use our simple citrus rub. If you've got another rub you like, be sure to use it. This has got some hints of lemon and citrus in it, salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. It gives a really good little back end pop on your tongue. Now, kind of once I get that down, I'm gonna come back with our chicken rub here. This has got some herbs in it, garlic, onion, paprika. Can't tell you everything. Now, once we get that seasoned, we're gonna turn it over and do the same thing. Now, once we get it seasoned up like we like it, it's time to get it on our Traeger Ironwood XL. I've got that grill set at 300 degrees right now. All we're doing is trying to cook our chicken, let it rest, and then pull all the chicken off the bone. Let's get it over to the grill. All right, now, let's go ahead and just throw it on our middle grate here. I'm gonna lay it up here. Now, once I put it on this grill, I'm gonna take our chef's alarm here, turn it on. I'm gonna stick this in the biggest part of the breast here, kind of right like that. I'm gonna go in here and set this timer to 165 degrees. Let's get the grill lid shut, probably looking at a couple hours. All right, our chicken has hit 165 degrees. I'm gonna cut that alarm off. It's actually temping about 170, which is fine because we're gonna shred this thing. I'm gonna go in here with my Thermopin. I really wanna check this dark meat here. And so, yep, we're good. Yep, we are fine. So let's pull that thermometer out. Take our big trusty spatula here. Now, I'm gonna get this chicken over here to the counter, cover it with some foil, let it kind of steam a few minutes and rest, and we're gonna pull it and get ready to make some chili. I think everybody knows how to debone a chicken. You do it your way. All right, now that our cast iron pot is finished heating up, this is an enamel coated pot. I've got a couple tablespoons of olive oil in there already. It's been heating up. I've got one medium white onion. We're gonna get in here and let it get translucent. Now, we're just gonna let that hang out on the grill. I'm gonna get the grill lid shut, Probably gonna take 15, 20 minutes, really start cooking. Remember, we've still got the grill at 325 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and tear that up to 350 now. Now that our chicken's off 350 degrees, pots on there, onions, we're just gonna let it hang out about 15, 20 minutes. All right, our onions are steady sweating down. I've got a heaping tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna add to that olive oil here. Get that in there. Onions is just about translucent. I'm gonna take 2 to 3 heaping tablespoons of minced garlic. And then I got 1 7-ounce can of diced green chilies, juice and all. Now, I'm just gonna let this hang out in this pot here a few minutes before we add any more ingredients. All right, we're back over here. You can see our onions and peppers and garlic has kind of sweated down. I'm gonna use a little bit of my garlic jalapeno rub here. Get a good base layer in this. A good teaspoon, teaspoon and a half. And then I'm gonna use my good buddy Malcom Reed's Bonafide chili seasoning. If you hadn't had this chili seasoning, it's really good. I'm gonna open it up on the bulk side. I'm gonna use about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons. It's completely up to you if you wanna wait and kind of add more as you go. But I think 2 to 3 tablespoons is gonna be the efficient amount. All right. Now, I'm gonna kind of get that stirred around in here. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken. Oh yeah, these peppers and onions got a little bit of color on them now. And that chili seasoning, you should smell that, all those herbs and peppers. Now, we've got our whole deboned chicken here. We're gonna go ahead and get it in here with our peppers and onions mixture. Now, once you kind of get that starting to mix around, and the reason I do it like this, I kind of break up any big chunks of chicken that I kind of missed in my picking process. Now I'm gonna come back with 32 ounces of chicken broth, chicken stock, whatever you want to use. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna be good. I've got 2 cans of great white northern beans rinsed and drained. Now I'm gonna get them in here, just 2 cans. Get them mixed around. Now, once we get that mixed around here, I'm gonna come back with about a container of heavy whipping cream. So it'll be 8 ounces of heavy whipping cream. All right. There's where the white part comes in. Now I'm gonna get the lid on this, let it kind of get back up to temp, let it get a kiss of smoke on it. We'll be back to visit it in a little while. All right, now that we've got our 3rd can of beans, I've rinsed them and put them in a pan here. And you can ask, why'd you do that? Well, I'm gonna take a potato masher, kind of mash these beans up right here. Why am I doing that? Kind of release the starches. It's what's gonna thicken the chili up. We're gonna put it in there, just like this. And that's gonna thicken the chili up perfectly. All right, now we kind of mashed up like that. That's all that we're looking for. I'm gonna add that and a block of cream cheese, and we're gonna leave it alone about an hour to let all those flavors marry up. All right, let's get our beans in. Just kind of stir them around there. Now, once I get those in, I'm gonna come back with 1 softened block of cream cheese. Let's get that in and kind of break that up. Now, you want about 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm using a fresh lemon. Squeezing that in on the edge there, cut about 1/3 of it off. And stir that up. That acidity is gonna help cut a little bit of that, I don't know, back end heat, maybe just a little, and it's gonna spruce up that chicken taste with those chilies. All right, let's get the lid shut Give it 45 minutes to an hour. Let that cream cheese melt good, get a little smoky. We'll be back. All right, just to talk about our white bean chicken chili. We first took a 5.5 pound whole chicken, rubbed it down with our chicken rub, a little bit of simple citrus, put it on our Traeger Ironwood XL, let it go at 325 degrees. It took about 2 hours to smoke. Actually about 1 hour and 45 minutes. Pulled it off, rested it, and shredded it. While that was going on, we stuck the pot on, sauteed some onions, then threw in some green chilies, the chicken, started pouring in chicken broth, and everything else needed to make this excellent white bean chicken chili. We only took 1 can of beans and mashed them up to thicken it up, added 3 total, let all these flavors get nice and smoky for about 3 hours, and I can tell you, this chili right here is a fan favorite and a crowd pleaser. You just want to be sure you don't burn your tongue off when you eat it. That tastes so good. Be sure to give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think about it. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and of course YouTube. I'll see you next week with another video.